What are the best ways to lift the brow non-surgically? The brow is an area that changes a lot as we age, and it happens for a variety of reasons. First up is that we lose collagen in the skin, so our skin becomes more lax. And for example, if you have crepey or hooded eyelids, this often is part of the contribution. It's also because the structure of our face changes. As we age, our eye socket becomes larger and it starts to tilt downwards instead of upwards. So you can imagine the effect this has on an eyebrow, where when we're younger, the shape of the eye socket tilts up like this. So the brow is naturally more up with that. And as we age, it changes and drops downwards. And so with that goes the support for our eyebrow. We also tend to lose volume through our temples and through our mid-face, so our cheek area. And this can again mean that you don't have as much support for the tail of the eyebrow, and so you get dropping of it. So another thing that can be an important component is the balance of our muscles. So as we age, very often the muscles that pull us downwards become stronger, and the ones that help us to lift our eyebrows have to work ever harder to compensate for that. On the one hand, they can be weaker and become a bit papery thin, but on the other hand, they're also having to do more work. Looking at that balance of our muscle tone and thinking about whether we can support that in any way, for example, using muscle relaxing injections, can be a good addition. So when it comes to treatment planning, I will look at all of these components to see what needs addressing for a particular patient. Skin tightening often plays a part, and my favorite around the eye area is soft wave because it works at 1.5 millimeters, which is a very safe depth even around the eye, but we can get some impressive lift. And in fact, the clinical studies showed an average of 4 millimeters of lift to the eyebrow. I'll often combine that with muscle relaxing injections. So these are very useful for helping to rebalance that muscle function and to give us maybe 1 to 2 millimeters, if done well, of lift around the eye area. Volume correction is the bit that most people maybe don't associate with wanting to correct the eyebrow, but really looking at whether the cheek, the temple, and even the area around the eye and the brow itself has enough volume in it, because this changes a lot as we age. And so if we can correct and augment that, we can get natural results that keep the brow looking more lifted and the eye looking more open over time. I really hope this has helped. If it has, do leave a comment below and give this channel a follow.